Hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back and thanks again for tuning in to our conversations.
Thank you for watching us.
Yeah. We're in the middle of summer and there's been a full moon, which we both felt.
And a heat wave, so I'm very happy to be dressed. Especially for this occasion.
Being very appropriate for today. And last time we talked about tuning into our natural rhythm, natural cycles. And today we are going to pick another topic on that. And we're going to talk about the divine feminine, divine masculine. And to help us with a beautiful, on that, we're going to use a beautiful symbol, which is the yin and yang symbol, and which we all know. And first of all, which is the yang color and which is the yin color?
I think it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh, it's one of the first things I thought. I thought black was yin and white was yang, but it doesn't matter.
No. The point is that you always have in every situation that you have the yin in the yang and the yang in the yin. Mm-hmm. So you have the masculine in the feminine, and you have the feminine in the masculine.
So there's not a feminine side and a masculine side? No.
For me, it's about the balance and not about the color.
Okay.
It's for me it symbolizes the little dots.
Yeah.
That there's always have to be a balance. Mm-hmm. There's always a light in the darkness, and there's always dark in the lightness. Mm-hmm. You cannot get rid of that. You simply cannot get rid of it because it's everywhere. It's a natural order. It's a natural law. Mm-hmm. And you cannot say we take away the divine feminine, we take away the divine masculine, and we have it all black or we have it all white.
No.
Because life and development needs the friction of the dark in the light and the light in the dark. It needs the friction of the divine feminine and the divine masculine in between people, but also inside of ourselves. It's about for me it's about the friction. It's like you make the most beautiful diamonds when you rub them.
Yeah, and they come into existence under pressure.
Yeah, but everything should be should be under pressure to evolve. Because if everything goes on and on and on, you're not inclined to look elsewhere. You're not inclined to evolve.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, physically. So you need a certain amount of pressure to go on and to grow in every way possible.
I think that's also the wheel of incarnation, that you come here to evolve, to learn your lessons and to grow.
Whatever that might mean.
That's also what I heard about the Garden of Eden. Was fine, but once they were Adam and Eve were thrown out, they went on this journey to basically where we are now.
And what a journey it has been in those years, and especially now.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we have a feminine side and a masculine side. I'm a female, and I have masculine qualities
and feminine
qualities. And you can be a male and have your female qualities.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be ashamed of.
It is what it is.
There has to be a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can celebrate your femininity or your being a male. And not be afraid of drilling a hole in the wall.
You needed to hang something.
Yeah, yeah. But what I notice, this is the first time that I actually take a look at this symbol this way, and I know this white dot. I think it's to me it seems also like a portal. So when you are here, and then you go through, and then you go into this white area,
Like a corridor.
like a corridor, and then you come out here. No, you can go in here and come out here.
You're
I
being
see.
complicated.
There's like a 3D.
Yeah.
So you can always go in and out of the dark or the light.
But that's a natural law. That's a natural order.
Yeah.
Night follows day. Day follows night.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a quick transition, like day night. But you also have summer winter, which is a longer transition in time when you look at it over time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need more masculine traits in a certain period of your life, or more feminine traits to get through in your life, which might take years.
But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes you have this this period in your life where you feel it's dark, and you can't see the exit. You can't see the light to move, to transit into this lighter area. And one of the yin qualities is waiting. Is
Waiting for the energy to change.
Yeah. And when this is in motion, there's a certain you don't have to panic, I think. It will.
Everything changes all the time.
Yeah.
But you need to take a step back to see that it's changing all the time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people can get depressed or confused or whatever, and cannot see anymore that everything will change, and this won't stay the same. So you need to be able to take a step back instead of get stuck in the symbol. You need to get out to see, okay, hey, there's light in the darkness. Oh, there's darkness in the light. It will never be fully dark. It will never be fully light.
No.
That is, and it's about balance.
Yeah.
It's about movement and balance.
Yeah. And when you're in the light, when you've surfaced in the light area, there's always the shadow.
Yeah.
Your shadow side, which is, I think it's lovely because it's like a ball, like this ball you're holding underwater. But it's always part of you. It's always there. And when the dark dot is too much, perhaps you're more in this area. And when you've grown, you've surfaced, you've learned your lessons, it's your dark side, it's your trauma, it's your what you carry around. Yeah.
Yeah, Jung called it working with the shadow.
Yeah.
Carl Gustav Jung. Very wise guy.
Yeah.
And to be able to see that everything is changing all the time, and that you are always transitioning into the counterpart. It's always going up and down, up and down. It's like this line, it's going up, it's going down. It's a natural wave. But the more you work on your shadow, let's say this is the shadow, the more you can see that it's changing. And the more you're able to be on your divine feminine side, you can wait on it. Nothing will stay the same, nothing. It's in nature also. It's going down in the winter, it's coming up. Excuse me, it's coming up in the spring, blooming in the summer, and it's going down again.
Yeah.
That's a natural order, at least in this country, on this side of the globe.
Yeah.
We have 4 seasons.
Yeah, yeah. And the feminine side of nature is blooming, is seeding, is growing, is feeding.
Feeding.
Yeah. The richness of yeah. I think about an apple tree. So maybe the tree itself is more masculine and the fruit is more feminine. Can you look at it that way or not?
Could be, but I do think it's need a tremendous power and force. The most force is in springtime.
Yeah.
Because everything has to wake up in that tree, so all the juices are coming up, boom, in order to be able to make the leaves.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a tremendous force.
Yeah.
A tremendous amount of energy. And that's why people usually get tired in the spring tired. Because what is happening in the tree is happening also in the human body. Like you have yin and yang meridians. And meridians is actually, I always look at it as a highway of energy that is going through your body. And every organ has a meridian. Like the gallbladder is a yang meridian, which is going down. The liver is a yin energy, and it's coming up in the body. Although the liver is situated here, but it's going down, it's coming up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's in the organs, it's in your emotional energy, it's in your mental energy, it's in your spiritual energy. It's always coming down, coming up, going down, coming up. And that's why I like this symbol so much, because there's a lot to it. It looks like a very simple thing, but it hides a lot of meanings.
It does. Yeah.
And what is happening in a human body is also happening in nature, and you can also see it in society.
Yeah.
There's a tremendous change going on. There's a change in language, there's a change in perception, there's a change in, I don't know where the change is not, but it's also going up, going down, coming up of societies, going down of societies, changing and coming up again.
Yeah.
But it will never be on the same level. It might seem like it is, but it's never like that.
No, but I think societies are miss where we live in now. We miss the connection with nature.
Yeah.
We don't follow the natural flow of things, and there are blockages. So when we sever. When we knock a tree down, life is gone, and you kill the natural flow. And I think with society, we think we have the we think we can be out of connection with nature, but we can't, because it's a destructive thing. You destroy.
Yeah.
Instead of growing.
Yeah. And then you have to build back better. But I can tell you right now, it's not going to work.
No, because everything grows anyway. When we are gone, say the human species is gone, nature will go on.
Yeah, I used to photograph places that were built by human hands, were left by humans, and nature took over. So everything that is built by humans is going down, and nature is coming up.
Coming up, yeah. Yeah.
And it cannot be, and that's such a force, and people think they might think they can control it. So we know it better and we will direct nature. No. There's so much you don't even know about the human body, about nature, about all natural inklings, and you are trying to force your will, which is like a destructive.
And I think that is too much young, isn't it?
The action is young.
Yeah. And I think when I think about the female counterpart is abundance.
And waiting.
Yeah.
You can also take that step back and see how the destruction is coming. Because it is.
Well, no, thank you.
It is, but in your waiting, while you're waiting and seeing the destruction coming, you can be young as well too by doing your own thing, what you're good at, what makes you happy, connect with other people, take walks, take naps, so that you can keep seeing what is going on.
Yeah.
So within the yin of stepping back and waiting, there's still a lot of life. Waiting is not just sit back and do nothing.
No, it's not weak also.
And it's also not weak because it's collecting or recollecting or redirecting the energy that's there.
And you can set your boundary. When you talk about I see the destruction coming, you set your boundary.
Yeah.
There's also a boundary here.
Yeah.
There's no overflowing.
No. And what you see happening now in societies as well, they're trying to break down natural boundaries.
Yeah.
They're trying to break everything that is natural by printing 3D meat, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know how a human digestive system is going to react to that. I don't even want to think about it.
No.
Because it's so off everything.
Yeah.
But there will always be a boundary, whether you like it or not. So if you are the receiving country of a lot of migrants, there is a top which a country can handle or not handle anymore. And then it starts to
topple.
Then it starts to tip over again. It's going whoop the other way.
Yeah. But yeah, there's always a counter movement.
Always, and you see it happening as well. I see the destruction coming, and I also see the counter movement coming, and somewhere it's going to clash.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. That's also like some natural law.
It's the friction.
It's the friction is coming, and then a new diamond is born, which will stay some decades, usually 70 decades or something. Some people are, and sometimes, and then it's going down again.
Yeah.
Comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, and it's always changing.
Yeah. And we are a very we live in a very dualistic society. Light and dark, yeah, man, woman.
Yeah, but you need the duality to be able to see, to be able to think, to be able to make ideas, to give the next generation the history.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot rewrite history. They try to burn books, they try to burn language, they try to implement different language, which is, oh my God, and try to change the perception through language.
And there are missing books. There's so much knowledge that we don't even know.
Right.
Mm.
Which may seem as if it's going in the earth, but it's coming back up. You cannot, I don't think, at least, you cannot completely wipe it out.
I think book knowledge, we have to return to wisdom.
Yeah, but
because wisdom is always with the elder people, and yeah, give wisdom to the next generation. There's knowledge and there's wisdom.
Yeah, and sometimes you need the knowledge to get to wisdom, and some people have wisdom without having any knowledge at all.
Yeah, I love those people.
Rare. They're really rare.
Yeah, these wise old souls.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's we are right in the middle of trying to find a new balance within the destruction.
Mm.
And they're trying to change the natural historical landscape as well.
Which makes me sad, because my grandparents witnessed destruction, the destruction of their livelihood, the destruction of their country, which is Indonesia at that time. I think it's very sad.
It's a sad
history is repeating. I know there is duality. There's a cycle. There's up and down. But yeah, I think it's very sad that we don't learn from history. That these power grabs almost always are still in existence. The very masculine, I think it's masculine need for power.
And you see it in fairly small signs, but also in big signs. Like there was, like you said, there was a destruction phase in the Second World War. But before the Second World War, there were small groups of people who had very globalistic ideas. And those ideas are coming to bloom right now. So they had there was a phase of 70, 80 years of a fairly fairly good time.
Peaceful.
Peaceful. And
dependent where you lived.
Yeah, but I'm really talking about our country, Holland, Europe, was fairly peaceful, and now you see it changing. You see the change coming, and it's another way of trying to grab power. And you see the counterpart also coming. We don't want a unipolar world, so Russia is going with China and Iran. So
the counter movement.
There's the counter movement coming.
Yeah.
And that's why I think those ideas of globalism and one world governance isn't quite going to make it. I don't think so. Because you also see more globalism, and the counterpart is also more local.
Yeah.
The farmers have to go. No. We want the farmers to stay, because we also want our food, and also we want to save our cultural historical landscape.
Yeah.
Which is a very big part of the energy in this country.
Yeah, grazing cows and sheep
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, without cheese and tulips and.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what is happening. So you might want to say move all the farmers out of this country and put all the houses in, and I don't think it's going to work, because you take the livelihood of people, you make a massive imprint on people, and I think it's huge, and the protest. So the other side is also huge.
Yeah.
So we're not going to let take away our land. We're not going to take away our livelihood.
So the men and women have to work together.
Yeah, we need a balance.
Yeah.
We absolutely need a balance, and I think it's out of balance right now. And being out of balance, trying to find a new balance.
Yeah.
It's going down rapidly at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
For the last 2.5 years, it's very obvious. Although the signs were there before, but most people, I think, were sleeping, and now they're waking up.
Yeah, you get to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Of what is going on.
Yeah.
And you feel like, do we even have a choice?
Maybe you don't have a choice if they come for your land or to come for your house or force you to have migrants into your home, because that law is already in place right now.
Yeah.
They can come knock on your door. Well, here you have, and you have to take care of this person.
Yeah. Which is also a part of our history, when the Germans came into our country and they stayed at your home.
Yeah.
Or.
But also the Canadians and also the people from the USA. My parents, the parents of my father had to take people from the USA in when they were being freed. And they had a big family. He had like 8 brothers and sisters.
And they had to move out?
No, not move out.
They stayed together?
They stayed together as a family, and then the freedom people came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that law is already is back in place, I should say. It's a war law. They dusted off, and it's here again.
Wow.
So it's going on almost every part of life. They are like infiltrating in your house. They're infiltrating in your health by those mandatory vaccines. They tried that. So they try to penetrate all parts of life.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also a big movement of people like, no, this is not what we want. We lived in freedom, more or less.
Yeah.
The last 17, 80 years, we don't want this. And you need the counter to get back to a certain kind of balance again.
Yeah, there's always a counter movement.
Yeah. And the good news of the symbol, I think, it's when you're in a dark place in your life, and when you're depressed, or when you don't like what you're seeing, or whatever it is, you only need the light of one little candle to lighten up a dark room.
Yeah.
It's only one little flame and it will be boom.
Yeah. Very powerful.
Yeah. In the meantime, do your inner work, do your shadow
Your
work.
inner work. Yeah, your shadow work. Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do against such a big force that's coming. But you can change the way you look at it, the way you feel about it. You can investigate in yourself, what part is it that is hooking into me,
Triggering you.
triggering
Yeah.
triggering you. And that's kind of shadow work.
Yeah, but I think what I notice is that people try to move with the destruction. So when you move with it, they think that when you bargain, as it were, with the measures, okay, I'll take my my vaccine. I do all these measures so that I'm safe. I think that you feel more safe doing that. So that it doesn't trigger any fear. But when you do your inner work, your shadow work, we have a long we studied natural what's it? Natural health. You study Chinese medicine. So for us, in our view, there are more ways of feeling healthy, feeling safe, feeling lighter.
Yeah. And of course, when the society is in distress, I also feel distress in my body. But I also know I can tap into the stress, I can tap into the destruction. I can see it, I can feel it. I feel the resistance coming up. But there's also a possibility to step back, step out of it, and get back into a more relaxed state. And do something you like, create something you like, take a walk in nature as long as it's there, and do something to take down the stress. And my way is, but that's personal for everybody, I think. My way is to regularly tap into the distress of the society we're living in. Because one way or another, I want to know what's going on. So I'm curious. And sometimes I'm getting overwhelmed or whatever, and I'm whoa. Step out of it, step back, process everything I found out, and then silently tap back in. And for me, it's a back and forth.
It's like taking the temperature.
Yeah.
Are we still having a fever?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a pretty high fever at the moment, but because I see distraction in a lot of ways. You can see it as distraction, and you can feel it as a distraction. But it changes when you start realizing it's destruction to build something new. And it's like a fight between light and dark. And it's like a fight of, it's almost like a spiritual fight. Which way are we going? Which side is the strongest, and which adaptations are going to be made?
On which side is the metal falling? On the light side or on the dark side? And we come back to our yin and yang symbol. There is going to be an outcome anyway.
And whether you like it or not.
I know what I would like. Do you?
Yeah.
I would like to have more abundance spiritually, materially, nature-wise, like a natural, on the health side, on the technology side, that everything is distributed equally. There's water and food for everyone, energy. Yeah, all these blockages that we encounter, the expenses. Yeah. Who's pressing all these buttons, I wonder. Yeah. Feels like artificial at the moment, somehow.
It is. I have the feeling they're taking away everything that's natural.
Yeah.
They take by vaccinating people, trying to get a reaction, by taking down farmers, taking away natural food, taking away the cultural historical landscape. So big change.
Yeah.
A lot of changes when you take people in, a lot of people in from other nationalities and other belief systems. That will cause a change. That will give other voices. It will change society and the culture.
Education.
Yeah. Yeah, but it also gives it gives a pressure on education, it gives a pressure on the healthcare system, it gives a pressure in housing market, it gives pressure everywhere.
Yeah.
Because the people who were there first need time to adapt as well.
Yeah.
And when the flood that is coming in is getting too fast or too much at one time, you get friction as well. Yeah. And another energy is starting that there's going to be disconnection between the people that were there and the people who are coming in.
Yeah.
And that won't be a very welcome energy.
No. But our natural state is feeling connected.
Yeah. So that's
I love cultures, and I love other people anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah. Karen Hamakerzonder called it the endogame tendency.
Which means?
Which means when people come in with too much people or too fast, they're going to be pushed back by the people who are already there because it's too much. There's not enough time, not enough space to have a natural adaptation. So if you open up the boundaries and everybody from the whole world is want to live on this little post stamp, it's also an attack on like natural identity. And there's nothing wrong with identities changing, but the problem is in the speed, and in the amount. So if they did it more slowly, there wouldn't be this much resistance in the society.
No, because we're used to having other cultures in our country.
Yeah, exactly. But when they come with millions at a time, I think we have like 4 million people from other cultures right now. And when I was growing up, we had like 11 or 12 million people on this little post stamp.
Yeah.
And we're now closing up to 18 million people.
Yeah.
This world government people, globalist, whatever, they want us to grow to 23 million people. They want to make tri-state city with part of Germany and part of Belgium as well. It's going to be a big state.
Wow.
Which will incredibly change everything.
Yeah.
In a huge way.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering when this virus came, that our Prime Minister almost immediately said we will never go back to the old normal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and now that all those plans are coming to light, we will not go back to normal. And it's not about virus, or not just about virus.
No.
And if you are with so many people, you need to have some control system ready as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're getting.
Mm. Yeah. Let's see what this summer will bring.
Let's see how hard the pushback is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that it will change inevitably. We won't go back to normal. We won't go back to the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
No. But the outcome is a big question mark.
Yeah. On which side the medal will fall.
Yeah. And everybody always had, throughout history, people had globalist ideas.
Mm.
It's old. It's very old, very ancient. Only now we have the technology to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But people in power always wanted to have more people work for them, more land, more bigger, whatever.
Yeah.
It has been like that throughout
Yeah.
the whole of history. Doesn't matter.
Mm.
And we see societies come up and societies going down.
Yeah. It was never part of my reality.
No.
When I heard the word globalist about 10 years ago, I thought, oh, okay, let's work together. What's wrong with that? That's how far it went way back when. Yeah, but now you feel that this net is closing on you. I feel the pressure, and your breathing space is limited.
Yeah, literally.
It's very
literally by the masks, literally by people flooding in, literally less space, more houses, less nature, less trees, less farmers, less everything.
Less feminine qualities. We have to fight for the feminine in this.
But you know, in Chinese medicine, the water element is a feminine quality.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kidney is the yin and the bladder is the yang.
Mm-hmm.
But the water as a whole is a feminine quality. And when you have water on a stone, and when you do it long enough, the stone will
shape.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be with force. It's just like drip, 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 drip on the same spot, drip, drip.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's a nice touch as well.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to look at it.
Feminine energy isn't weak.
No, but it's a totally different quality.
Yeah.
And it's not better and it's not worse. It's just what it is.
Yeah. And you can't change energy. It transforms from one form into the other.
Yeah.
Energy is always there. So let's keep celebrating our feminine and masculine energy.
Yeah, and try to balance it in yourself and between you and your loved ones and between forces in societies.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Have a nice vacation.
Yeah. Thank you again for being here with me, with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. And till next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.